Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry for kind of being goofballs here, but we're at the hockey rink. If you can't hear the background noise, we're at Sullivan Arena. We're here for the Lady Bulldogs versus Salem Blue Knights, right? Is that
Salem Blue Devils?
Blue Devils.
Blue
Sorry.
Devils,
Blue
yeah.
Knights. Where did I come up with that?
I don't know, that's West High School. That's old school West High School.
That is. There you go. Sorry for that. But Salem Blue Devils. This is going to be a good hockey game today. Well, boys' game just ended.
Yeah.
I apologize. I didn't make it for that game, but I heard it was quite a finish. The boys took the victory 3-1.
Yeah, Oyster River came out in the first period, 1-1-0 that period, and then Bedford came out in the second period, scoring a goal by Brady Plant to make it 1-1. That's how period 2 finished up. And then Bedford came out in the third period with a little bit more energy than they did in the first 2 periods, and then were able to finish it off with an empty netter by Zach Griffin. So the game-winning goal is going to get credited to Cam Hadley, freshman there, playing on the point, and had a nice shot from the point and scored a nice goal there. And then Zach Griffin with the empty netter to finish it off with 3-1. But Oyster River, a D2 program, brought a lot of talent to the ice tonight and really gave Bedford a run for their money. They really had to earn that win.
Well, I was at the game yesterday. My friend Tommy Hugher and I did the game yesterday. What a great game! Concord being the class of the Division I, undefeated, and Bedford had them.
Yeah.
They had them 2-1, and they had an opportunity to score. And quite honestly, I think the player shot that puck in, and he celebrated, but they waved it off. And from where I stood, I couldn't see. My eyes are terrible, so I couldn't see that far. But he celebrated. I assume it went in.
Yeah, I was closer to the goal line. I wasn't calling the game with you guys yesterday, but I was closer to the goal line. It looked like it was a bar down, straight down type of goal, but it was quick either way. Hard to tell with the naked eye, and they waved it off. Unfortunately, right after that, we took a penalty. When it went on the penalty kill, killed it, and then there was a minute shift there that the 2 goals were scored by Concord, and that kind of just
15
deflated the
seconds
team.
in between, and a 2-1 lead evaporated quickly to a 3-2 behind, and they just couldn't muster any stuff there. But we're not here to talk about the boys hockey. Let's talk about girls hockey today.
Yeah.
Jason and I have done the games in years past, and tell you what, this team is doing well. They're kind of in the exactly where they should be. They're not at the top, but they're not at the bottom. They're in the playoff hunt. I looked at the records here. I don't know what they did in the past couple games because it wasn't on the website, but they're about 500. Do you know what their actual record is, Jay?
I don't actually know. This is the first game I see live this year as well. But one thing for sure that I see right away is that the team is growing. There's a lot of girls on the roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you look at kind of the history of the program, they started out, they've kind of been growing this program over the years, and to see this many players on the ice is really exciting for Bedford hockey and Bedford girls hockey. So that I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how they play this game. I have seen one other game this year so far. I took in the Bedford versus Pinkerton game, and Bedford got a statement victory in that game against Pinkerton to beat Pinkerton 3-2. That game, Freya Guckelberger was in net. She played phenomenal. I don't know how many saves she had, but I can tell you she made a lot. And, that was a very big win for this program. So to see them kind of growing and kind of continuing to build the program is really, again, exciting for this school.
Well, we had the same sentiment last year when we were doing these games and watching the girls play. And certainly last year your daughter was on the team. And it was exciting to watch the development over the course of the season. So we're going to see the same thing here with this brand new Salem Blue Devils team. They come out on the ice. They look very, very raw.
Yes,
we'll call it. Very raw. They're probably a young roster, and they're just trying to build a program. So they're in the position that Bedford was a couple of seasons ago. They have some talented players, and they have some not so talented players. And I think it really goes to tell you kind of the difference between girls hockey and boys hockey. Boys play when they're 3 years old and they get crazy and they travel all over the place. The boys just do that. The girls, they're getting there.
Yeah, there's a lot more growth in the program and in the kind of girls hockey overall. But Salem, started the program with a couple of girls going to the school board and saying we want to start a program, and that's kind of how it starts. And it's just exciting. It's great for the game to see them, another team in the mix. And 2-3 years from now, Salem's a big city.
Yeah, it is.
And as this continues to snowball, you'll start to see them perform well in the NHIAA. So
I agree.
So going through starting lineups right now.
Yeah.
So number 27, Grace Hoover for Salem is going to be starting. Number 24, Sophia Tomasello. Number 13, Faith Hoover, looks like the captain of the team. I missed that number. No, that's, so we got number 5, Chloe Stone, and number 3, Shaylin Burke, and the starting goalie for Salem is going to be number 1, Ronnie Keys. So Bedford starting lineup is going to be number 6, Kendall Joyce. Captain Kendall Joyce. Number 3, Jenna Dindorf. Number 27, Gabrielle Cotnoir. Number 9, Sabrina Tipping. Number 19, Madison Vigu. And starting in net tonight for Bedford is going to be number 31, Amanda Ducharme.
All right. She played great last year, so let's have the national anthem.
We'll take a break here for the national anthem.
Nice little rendition right there. We're here back at St. Anselm's College. I'm here with my good friend Jason Bergeron. My name's Steve Tempesta. Sorry for that little break.
Wow.
Little break there. Woo. But we're here for the Lady Bulldogs. We're excited to share with you this game. Both teams at their respective benches getting a little chat from their coaches. One thing I wanted to share with the audience here today is, you know, Glenn Fifield's been the coach of this program for quite some time, from its inception, actually.
Yep.
And he's been around. We've seen him. You know, I coached with him at the Flames organization. He was coaching his daughters for a long time. But his daughter is an assistant coach. He's been working with Gordon Guerin for a long time. They've been coaching girls hockey for many, many years together. But he's got his daughter on the bench who he's coached and she's played, and it's great to see passing on that torch to his daughter for sure.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Glenn's been one of those individuals that's really developed the game of girls hockey here locally in the greater Manchester area
for sure.
For a long time. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was involved with the start of the Lady Hurricanes back with the Flames program. So that's when his daughters were playing. And again, it's great to see the development of the game start somewhere. And with his daughter on the bench with them, it's fun to watch.
Well, the drop of the puck, and the Bulldogs take possession of the puck in the neutral zone, getting the red line and gaining it. Lost it, but couldn't quite get it in. Looking to make that puck and kind of toss that in, but just couldn't control that puck. Probably a little choppy ice right by the boards. Bulldogs end up tossing that into the corner. First on it, out of the corner, back to the D. Quick shot. Kept in at the blue line and sent back in. Rims it around, goes to the far corner.
Viggy's always done a really good job of keeping the puck in at the blue line. She plays a strong defensive position, so good plays there to keep the puck in.
A little sloppy play for both sides at the moment, but I think that'll clean up as we get through the first couple moments of this game.
First shift jitters, right? Anytime you play a game, you always have those first shift jitters.
Always.
It's like teeing off on the golf course. You have that first tee jitter. First shift jitter is real.
Yep, I've been there for sure. Those breakfast balls are always good to have.
Those don't count. Kendall Joyce with a shot, rolls in on the goaltender for Salem, and they make the save there. So far, you know, it's about keeping I think we're going to see a lot of offensive zone action for Bedford. And Salem's going to be one of those teams that's going to just kind of move the puck out of the zone the best they can. But Bedford should be able to keep pressure on most of this game. And the
kept
more
it
they
nice
move the
at the
puck,
blue
better.
line. Quick toss, nice save by the goaltender. She's probably a very young goaltender, probably hasn't played much in net, but you know what? Square to the puck.
Yeah.
Looks decent. It's hard, it's tough. You haven't done it a lot. It's not an easy skill to master, that's for sure. Well, on that puck now, carrying it over the midway part of the rink here. Taking a little bump on the wall. Gets up. And a quick change for the Bulldogs as they send a few players to the bench and change up. I think we're probably going to see all 4 lines today pretty regular, which will be great.
Yeah, I think so. And again, this Bedford bench is so large. They have a lot of players there. So there's going to be a lot of players getting some good opportunity to play today.
Wow, well coached right here. A little D-to-D kind of breakout. Beautifully done by Salem. And picking up that loose puck in the neutral zone and trying to chuck it back in. Can't quite get it past the defense. And same thing. Back and forth action as we go. A nice pass. How to collect that pass right there on the backhand, number 14, Abigail Kincaid. That was a strong pass from the far wall.
Gwen Guckelberger fired that across the ice, and you're right. Kincaid did a great job of gathering that puck and
on her backhand.
And she was a player last year that was new to the sport completely, so you can see the development, the continued development of these players as they go year to year.
Carrying in, sending that puck far in on the near wall, all the way around the far corner. Picking up that puck and sending it back where it came from is that Salem defender. Quick pass out front. Can't quite control it, and Salem just kind of knocks it down the length of the ice. We're going to have an icing, but they wave it off. Looking to get that puck out. Can't. I thought Salem was going to really pinch in and make Bedford work a little bit harder on D there, but they send it back in, circling the net, coming out from behind the net with the puck. Nice long pass, breakout. Here comes number 8, Alexis Sylvia.
I think that's 6. So those eyes are
6,
yeah, that's,
8.
That's Kendall Joyce.
It was Kendall Joyce. You know what? I don't like it. These girls all have their shirts tucked in. I can't see their numbers from way up top here.
I'll help you out the best I can throughout the game.
Whoa, that was a little bounce there. The goalie wasn't quite ready for that bounce.
Yeah, Gwen Guckelberger was quick to pick that puck up, but the puck didn't ricochet around the net. It actually came back to the near side, and that caught Ducharme off guard there a bit.
For sure. Salem is playing, I think, above their heads at the moment, playing really well.
They're strong, right? They're gonna compete, and again, being a new program, they come into these games and they're looking at kind of learning, right, from every game. So we should see them continue to learn in this game, and
well, I assume
we'll also see defensive strategy here
a little bit. I assume that these girls from Salem, I mean, they've played youth hockey, right? Where have they played? Probably Cyclones and
Cyclones, maybe Salem,
maybe Monarchs. Something down in Massachusetts and Methuen nearby.
Yep.
So it's not that they're lacking having ever skated, right? Many of them have skated.
Yeah, there's a portion of them, and unfortunately, we don't know. There's a new jersey coming to the ice. I think there's one white jersey on the bench that's being changed out now for a Salem blue jersey. But I'm sure they've played hockey. Some of these girls have played hockey.
This is the only sport, and the girls' hockey is the only sport that you'd see that where the referee would collect that shirt and bring it across the ice.
So true.
That was probably the funniest thing I've seen in a while. Boys' hockey? No, that is not going to happen.
That would not have happened.
But I think this sport is just a little bit more polite than the boys' hockey, so that's okay. Here come the Bulldogs with a loose puck. Shot from the distance. Oh, from the point, number 4, Gwyneth Guckelberger. Yeah,
Gwyneth with a good hard shot there. Again, just stepping in and playing strong. This Bedford team is built from the defensive unit, this defensive side of the puck. They have strong defenders in Guckelberger and Tipping and Madison Vigu. So, that puck
just squirts through, almost makes it, but didn't quite get there. I think you're right, though, but that's important.
Yeah.
Starting from the defensive side of the puck is really important. Got to be playing. I've always taught the kids when I've coached is you got to play from the defensive side. You can't be on the offensive side because if you don't get that puck, you're shorthanded when the other team goes the other way.
That's right.
So being stronger on the defensive side is a really good thing.
Yeah, and then let your forwards do their thing, right? You have Lauren Thomas, number 21, that is a strong player for Bedford. Back this year for her senior season, took last year and played a different program. But it's great to see her kind of back, and she's going to score. She's going to score some goals for this team and in the league this year. And it's, again, from having that strong defender and then a strong forward or a couple of forwards to score, that's what you need.
Oh, looking to carry that puck in was 7, Rachel DeLeo, but she just couldn't quite collect that puck. It looked like she was trying to make a move before she had the puck in her possession. At the blue line, picking that puck up, bringing it back out, tossing it in to the wall, going to the corner, looking for a player out front. Oh, yeah, she had DeLeo out front.
It's a good look, and as those players in front of the net, just want to have them moving in and out, right? So you can try to make the defender have to follow you and chase you.
I think this is really important for the Bulldogs to keep the puck in the zone, send it in, make the defense from Salem work a little bit harder than they're probably used to working.
Lindsay Troisy there for Salem made a nice play, kind of taking her hand off her stick and making a play with her hand, bringing it down and forcing this pressure in the Bedford zone.
Very nice here. Here comes
Big U.
Shot from the point. Top of the circle. Nice save by the goaltender as it goes just wide.
Yeah, Ronnie Keys with a great save there. Stood tall so far, right? We probably new to the position, but has stood tall.
Well, she had a couple testers, right? That first one that kind of squirted through, almost got in, but it didn't. We're about 8:25 remaining in the first period, still 0-0. Bulldogs putting on a lot of pressure, but haven't been able to get one past the goaltender yet. Again, a couple shots. Nice job by the goalie there. Ronnie Keys keeping that puck out of the net.
And you see what, especially a team that's learning in the defensive zone, what they're doing is collapsing in front of the goalie. So you end up seeing 5 players really kind of compressed right in front of the goaltender. It's going to be hard to get some good quality shots when you're in tight. So moving the puck, keeping them outside, and then driving to the net is going to be the key.
I think what they have here from Salem, I mean, you can we're looking across right at their bench, and all I see is their guys standing on the bench coaching the entire time.
Yeah.
So they're getting good quality coaching right now. As players, that's what you want. As parents, that's what you want. The girls look like they're having fun. That's important. And they're being well coached, so that's good. Out of the corner, fighting for that puck, still in possession, looking for someone out front. Going back to the D, really good body position right there by the captain, I believe, from Salem, trying to take that puck away, number 13, Hoover, Faith Hoover. And she does, and she comes out of that puck. Wow, what a battle right there. Faith Hoover, really good play.
Yeah, so as I look down the roster, Faith Hoover and Grace Hoover, both on the ice right now. If I'm not mistaken, I think these are the 2 girls that started the program and kind of brought it to the school board in Salem and tried to get them a team. And you can see they've definitely played somewhere. They've got some.
They probably got a little bit of
some skill,
little playing time under their belt, I'm sure, because that was a fantastic play by Grace on the wall to take it away from one of our top players, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and you got Lauren Thomas there with the puck, and it's impressive to see.
Oh, a hook right there. We're going to get a power play. Bulldogs capitalized right there as number 21, Lauren Thomas, had that puck, and she just escaped and eluded the defender. And took a stick right up on her hands, and it hooked her pretty good. Unfortunately, you have to make that call. That's a penalty, and you got to make that call. So Salem's going to go down a player. 6:57 remaining in the first period. Bulldogs on a power play. Let's see how they execute here on the power play. Not sure Salem wants to put a center here. Oh, they go. Apparently their center took the penalty and they went to the bench. So
I can't tell what player is in the penalty box there for Salem, but yeah, this is. Again, those are the things when you're down a player. Now you got to kind of step in and take the face off. Those little parts of the game, the nuances, so to say.
Nice steal right there in the neutral zone. Number 14 across.
Good look.
Shot on net. Save. Rebound. Couldn't capitalize. Number 7, Rachel DeLeo, had a chance, but just shot it wide of the net. Loose puck comes back, getting it back to the D, keeping it in. Oh, it just bounced over kind of a choppy ice right there at the blue line.
Big U strong on that, taking that puck in.
Head up, making nice passes. Bulldogs really looked crisp. Passing has really improved, Jason, from last year, what we've seen. it's really impressive that these girls continue to just develop.
Yeah, the puck movement is there, and Glenn is going to create a system, right, for them to kind of work within. He really likes to keep the players wide on those breakouts, and that's what you're seeing.
Oh, a beautiful pass out front, just through the stick.
I believe that was Jenna Dindorf with that opportunity. Pass out front to Kendall Joyce.
Ooh, just wide by Joyce. That just hit a stick and went wide.
She took a hit after that, too. The number 14, Meg Callahan.
14 is... She's bumped bodies with a few players out there as I see the girls go by raising their arms saying, that's not, you're not allowed to do that. Unfortunately, you are.
Yeah, when you look at the girls and the boys game, there is a difference, right? They technically can't hit, but I can tell you the physicality of the girls games are right there, right? There's a lot of physicality in these games. You're just missing those big open ice hits that the boys have.
It's the body checking that's not allowed, right?
Right.
Body positioning, bumping, that's hockey. That's
allowed.
Let
that go.
And as these younger players don't realize that that's okay,
right? Yeah, if you're not prepared
they assume
for it,
or they take the message as no checking means don't touch me. It's
that's not the case.
That's not the case. I've seen bigger hits in my men's skates.
Yeah. Those are just guys running into each other.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, okay.
It's just those are just collisions. Beautiful pass out front. Oh, tried to hammer that home was Thomas. Couldn't quite get the corner, just wide of the net.
So Salem kills that penalty off, and now Gwen Gugelberger winds it up through the neutral zone.
Regrouping, circling with speed, bringing it in. Shift, move, shot, goal. That was just a fantastic play, picking up that loose puck in the neutral zone, circling through center ice, and just kind of dangled and danced through all the remaining players to the net.
So Gwen last year as a freshman, you could tell, she was gaining confidence in the game. She came in as a freshman and did her role and played her position well. But you could tell later in the year she gained confidence in rushing the puck.
She did.
And you're seeing it now as a sophomore. There's a lot more confidence there. She swung that puck right through the neutral zone and right through the entire Salem squad.
Absolutely.
For that goal. So good to see.
So 4:25 left at the 4:25 mark. 1-0 Bulldogs. Lauren Thomas with the puck, making the move, takes a shot, blocker save to the corner. First on that puck, 17, Elena Enners. Enners picks up the loose puck, carries, shot, blocked at the blue line, dumps it in, doesn't get there. Really nice job there by 27, Grace Hoover. Looks like the Hoover sisters are going to be around that puck a lot.
Yeah.
They're pretty skilled. Both of them are really good players.
That's Master Mikasa, I believe. Moving the puck from low to high, and then Thomas picks it up.
Oh, just fumbled that puck and lost it. Here comes 24, Sophia Tomasello. I'm sure her grandmother makes some really good food. I want to eat at her house at Christmas dinner. That's what I want to do.
Yes. So yeah, just an unfortunate turnover there. That looked like there was a little bit of a low to high play there with Master Mikasa and Thomas moving the puck well. And then Thomas, just an unfortunate turnover, slipped up her stick and transitioned to an offside here. So 3:25 left. Bedford up 1-0 here on Salem.
Cycling back, regrouping. Quick pass across. Head up. Ran into some trouble right there against a bigger, taller Blue Devil. And that's O'Callahan again with the body.
Yeah, she plays a physical brand of hockey. You can tell so far, and that's okay.
Head up, trying to headman that puck across the ice to Abigail Kincaid. Finally does, but she had her open. Passing it back to the D. Tell you what, the difference between what we're seeing this year versus what we saw last year is players picking their head up and looking for that the player on their team, defender, forward, and they're looking for the open space and then making a shot. Right?
Yeah.
Giving it a chance, giving it a shot.
Yeah, and that comes with the confidence of the game, right? The more you learn, the more you are comfortable on your feet and skating, the more you can get your head up and actually make that look and look
much
across
better.
the ice.
Yeah,
so
the skating is definitely much better than it was last year. You know what? Last year's team wasn't bad. I mean, they made the playoffs, right?
Yeah, made the playoffs, lost in Keene, a heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker. But that's always how it works in Keene, right? There's always something. There's always something out that way. There's always something.
We'll move on to the Salem team now. We'll talk about Salem.
Yeah, I'm already having nightmares about a game against Keene, but that's okay.
If you grew up in New Hampshire playing hockey, and you're in the New Hampshire or the Manchester area, there's always the Keene area that they're competing with. So I'm sure they talk about the Manchester area similarly.
I'm sure they do. Nothing wrong with it.
That's right. It's all in the good spirit of competition.
Absolutely. While regrouping, cycling back with that puck, Bedford looking up to headman the puck. Good breakout pass across, trying to get to the middle right there to number 3, Jenna Dindorf. Couldn't connect, but that puck goes to the wall, and first on the puck tried to pinch her off, but couldn't.
I recall Jenna was a new player last year as well. Again, her skating ability has really improved this year. That's Cotnoir in the corner
Cotnoir
she got hit.
Just got rolled over in the corner. Man, that's a big hit right there. No call. And that's Grace Hoover, right? So they're on the ice a lot. The Hoover sisters are going to be on the ice a lot. And Grace, again, making a good, strong defensive play. Well, this might go the length of the ice here for an icing.
It does, yes. So minute 23 left here in the first period. 1-0 Bulldogs on that goal by Gwen Gugelberger.
Beautiful play, too. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of the single rush, give me the puck, I'm going to go with it. We've seen a lot of players just trying to get wide and then make passes out front, but that was the only time that there was really space for her to really kind of go through a few bodies, and she did.
Yeah, and again, I think that's part of the defensive strategy. We saw this a lot last year during the season. These teams that maybe are not as skilled on the skating side of the game tend to pack it in front of the net. So the more you can open up the ice, the more chances you're going to get.
Well, Lauren Thomas coming out off the wall, trying to make a play, couldn't. That was a nice shot right there.
That's Vignew. This is a very strong defensive pairing here with Vignew and Tipping on the blue line.
I would have really liked to seen Vignew go in after that puck, step in on that instead of staying at the blue line, but I think that's just how she's being coached.
Yep.
And that's okay. Good decision. You know, we still have the puck, we still have possession. That's all right. 30 seconds remaining here. 35. Oh, keeping that in at the blue line. Nicely done. Both players, Vignew, then off to Tipping. Okay, I'm glad you can see all these numbers. Number 9. I thought it was number 8 again, but we don't even, do we have an 8? We do.
Yep, we do.
Shot. Beautiful save. Blocker save, trying to keep that puck out of the net again. Ronnie Keys, very nice.
Straight up goaltending, right? She came out, she was aggressive, made a decent save.
Last little dump in here as the power play, right? The period's going to come to an end. First period ends. Bedford Bulldogs up 1-0. We're going to bring out the Zamboni, I believe, right? Is that
Zamboni will come out. The first goal, the goal of the period there by Gwen Gugelberger, unassisted at 4:25 of the period. Otherwise, pretty dominated offensively by Bedford. Not able to put them on the scoreboard, but they dominated, I would say, offensive zone time in that period. And
yeah, absolutely. I think the skill level is definitely in favor. It kind of swings in the favor of Bedford for sure. But you know, you got to hand it to these girls from Salem. You know, so if I'm the coach from Salem, let's talk about being the coach from Salem, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to the locker room. I'm pretty proud of my kids. Hey, we had a good period. Let's have a chat. But we're going to really talk about how good we played. I think it was a good defensive strategy. Bringing their players back, kind of really packing it in, and keeping Bedford wide, right? A lot of these girls have good shots, but it's hard for these girls to throw really great shots on net from a distance.
Yeah.
So they got to be a little bit closer, and it makes it difficult for that goalie. But being able to pack it in and keep the Bedford Bulldogs wide and make them earn those passes out front. And when they get out front, just put sticks on and make it hard for them to get shots off, and that's it. That's all they can. That's all they can do.
Yeah, you got to work that. You got to work and use your strength, and that's right now the game plan. So I think you're right. I think Salem coach is probably talking about, let's just continue doing what we're doing, and maybe we're going to get a break, and we'll take advantage of those breaks. On the Bedford side, it's a period where they kind of came out and they did what Bedford does. They played all 4 of their lines. They kind of brought them out. They played wide. They made some passes. They looked around and they kept the ice open. I think we'll continue to see more of that as this game progresses here, and as long as Salem stays off the board.
Beautiful. Well, we'll recap it at the beginning of the second period, but we're going to take a quick break in the action here. Thanks for everybody joining us in BCTV, and we'll see you for a second period action. Thanks for everybody sticking around and joining us here. Period number 2, just about to go underway. Again, at the end of the first period, Bedford Bulldogs 1-0. Really good period for the Bulldogs. Very good period for Salem. It's good to see those guys really working hard, but Again, my name is Steve Tempesta. I'm here with my good friend Jason Bergeron here calling this game at Sullivan Arena. We'd like to thank WBC TV in Bedford, 105.1 WBNH, and then School District.
Yeah, we're gonna welcome the viewers of Salem School District TV Channel 6.
Wow, we just caught wind of that, so sorry that we didn't announce that earlier, but thanks for joining us and for this really good action today.
Yeah, this game so far has been, it's been a good battle, and I think Bedford, probably got the early kind of time of possession stat kind of under their belt now, and we'll see how both of these teams react in the second period. But both teams, you're really out there competing hard. You see a lot of communication amongst these players. They're having fun. You can see a lot of smiling faces, and you and I were just in the crowd talking to the crowd, and there's a lot of excitement just in the area. And we talk about that in the girls' game and the continued development. It's just fun and great to see.
Well, what was really fun is we got to see a couple of the boys' players' parents sticking around watching this game, which probably doesn't really resonate too much with them, but I'll tell you what, it means a lot to the girls.
It does.
Because there's more fans in the stands and just more people getting to watch their games, and it's really a big deal. And anytime you can get some of the players, the boys' team around, and it's always good to have it. And the support, it's really good for the girls' sport in general, but it's always good to be in the school level, right, when they're at school in class together.
Yeah.
So it's great.
No doubt about it.
Well, Bulldogs are coming out with this puck here.
Kendall Joyce with a nice chip. Oh, nice play there on the boards by number 16, Keegan Curry Powers.
A beautiful play, actually, because that looked like Joyce was just going to take off.
Yeah, Sheila, another nice play there, right? Same player. Just keeping the puck in, and yeah, Joyce
almost again, actually.
Joyce looked like she was going to just take off there, but nice pass there by 27, Grace Hoover. Again, we talked about the Hoover sisters quite a bit here in the first period, but they're out on the ice a lot, and they're good players. They see the ice well, and here comes Bedford through the neutral zone. A pass from Vignew up to Thomas, and broken up in the neutral zone, and Curry Powers sends it. It was a deflected, so no icing there.
First on the puck, picking that puck up, trying to make a pass, couldn't connect on the breakout. Keeping that puck in with Salem, and again, here comes Thomas, looking for a pass. Beautiful chip pass out. Wasn't able to connect. Puck goes down the ice for an icing, but that was a headman puck to Elena Enners, but just couldn't catch her stick. She didn't see, but on the backside of Emma, there was another player who was not being challenged. She was kind of a little bit more open, but then it would have been a challenge of keeping Emma on sides.
Yeah, you got to stay on side there. But 27, Hoover made a nice play there, too, to lift the stick of Enners as they crossed through. That pass was on point from Thomas, but Hoover lifted the stick and then ended up causing an ultimate icing. There's a chip there by Thomas, but she's
taken down to
the ice there by Curry Powers.
Little stick tap by Powers, too.
Yeah.
Little stick tap on the shin going, oops, sorry about that. As she kind of tripped her on the way by. But
it's nice when they're cordial, when they trip you, and they're cordial.
It was polite.
It's nice politeness.
That happens all the time in our hockey.
Right, any hockey game you see that.
Every hockey game might happen later when I'm skating with my buddies.
So Raquel DeLeo now on the face-off here, and Tipping picks it up.
And really nice, smart play right there by Tipping. She looked like she was going to go off the wall, saw the defender move over, and just kept the puck and kept skating. A little collision here behind the play.
Not sure what was going on there, but
honestly, I think the two players just caught sticks and feet, and that was it. It went down. Nothing more than that. Nice pass right there across the ice. On that puck is Abigail Kincaid. Really nice, again, defender. A couple of really strong defenders from Salem being able to keep the puck out of the zone and really just get it out. We're going to have an offsides.
Yeah, offsides there. So it looked like the offsides was delayed, and one of the Bedford players cleared but went right back in, not waiting for her teammates to go back in, and you'll all have to come out before you can re-enter. It's not a one-to-one ratio.
Right. So you got to get them all out. Well, just another little part of the game that you got to learn, right? That's a learn trait.
It sure is.
There's a lot of people are still figuring that out, and they've played for a long time.
Yes, they have.
Oh, nice breakout pass. You
can watch the pros, and they'll see them still do that.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh. Nice little pass, though, from the defense to the wall, looking for the forward. Really nicely done by Salem. Here comes Gwyneth. Again, trying to make a play all the way down. Couldn't quite get it to the net.
You see the good coverage here by Jenna Dindorf, number 3, covering for Gugelberger as she rushed that puck. So that's good, again, awareness on the ice.
Oh, caught in her feet right there. Jenna Dindordorf had it, but just couldn't dig it out of her skates.
Ref threw a pick there on Guckelberger and set Salem off here, number 13. Faith Hoover now going into the zone.
Really nicely defended in the corner. Looking for a breakout pass. Oh, nice little head man right there. Beautiful play. Waves off the icing. Very good call. I didn't think that was icing at all. Salem looking to make a play. Stolen. Carrying it right back is Thomas. Big collision again on the wall by 27, Grace Hoover. You know, looks like a check, but that's not a check.
No.
Shot, beautiful gloves. Oh, beautiful blocker glove save right there again by Ronnie Keys.
That one got on Ronnie Keys a little faster than I think she's used to seeing.
I don't think she was quite prepared for that. Good thing it hit her, because that was probably going to hit the back of the net had it not.
She's done well staying in, and you know, she plays a little bit as a probably a newer goalie to the position. We're assuming that, we don't know, but she plays a little bit deeper in her net. So, but in that case, she's covering a good portion, and you'd like to see her come out with confidence a little bit more on those shots.
I think you're right, though, Jason. I think, you know, just being newer to the position. I mean, even if it's 1 year or 2 years, still just new to the position. I mean, listen, I watched my son play hockey for a long time as a goalie, and until his senior year of high school, he was still learning positioning, and you know, it's all part of that skill. I mean, it was a different level at that point, but you're still learning it. You know, how do I come out? Do I stay deep? Do I go down? Do I stand up? It's nuances. That how's the player holding the stick? Are they going to shoot high? Are they going to shoot low? Right? It's so complex.
There's a lot happening there in those moments as players are taking shots on you. So
you know what? And it all happens in a split second too.
That's right.
And you have to make a decision. There's no right or wrong answer until they take their shot. Oh man!
And for the goalie parents out there, you're listening to a goalie parent talk about some past experiences. Watching your kid play goalie is a very hard thing. I can't speak to that. I do not have.
I can tell you, it's a lot different as a dad than it is as a mom. Yeah, I wish my wife were listening to us right now, because she'd be laughing. Because she couldn't, she struggled at times watching her son in net.
Yes, that's not an easy position to be a parent of, that's for sure. Good play there, tipping up to Kincaid again. Moving the puck from side to side. They're really using the width of the ice so much better, you know, than we've seen in the past. So I love seeing that.
You know what, though? Salem, as a very young program, is very similar to how Bedford is playing, right? Oh, here comes a 2-on-1 for Salem. Dumping that puck into the corner. Number 15. Lindsay Troisy.
That was a good play by Vigu too. She came back she's on the defensive side of the puck there, but came back hard and made a play, leaving tipping in front, which allowed, you know, again, defensive coverage to be strong there for Bedford.
She had a really nice break there. She had an opportunity to go a little bit deeper with that puck, and the referee just got pinned up against the wall by 2 or 3 Salem players and a couple of Bedford players, and he was sort of in no man's land and just got caught. Otherwise, I think Bedford might have had an opportunity there.
Here comes Kendall Joyce, just broken up there at the blue line. So again,
got to be careful. Almost too many men on the ice there by the Bulldogs. Behind the net, Guckelberger looking for a breakout, and she gets past the first defender. Yes. Now it's a 2-on-2. Here comes Guckelberger, one more player, goes around. Oh, just pushed wide. Really nice job. I believe that was
Faith Hoover.
Yeah.
Every time we look up, we're seeing one of the other sisters making a big play for the Salem team. So
yeah, that was just a simple, let me just reach out and poke that puck away from you. It's, you know, again, these girls are still learning. I mean, that she would probably in the future decide to keep that puck a little bit closer to her, or carry that puck a little wide and use her body to shield the player away from the puck. But again, they're learning.
They're learning, and you know, a player like Faith Hoover there, you know, defensively was kind of flat-footed. So using the speed to the outside there would have been a good play, because then you got to force her to transition to go skate and catch you.
You know, a beautiful face-off win right there. Pass back to Gwyneth Guckelberger again, and she took a shot right from the center point position. But it really started with the face-off win to the wing, and the wing back to her, and it was just a well-executed, well-coached play. I'm sure they work on that at practice.
Good look there. Ruby Kopp just gets it deflected away.
Puck is loose. Poke checked away. Salem looking to keep that puck kept in nicely. Oh, that looked like it was still in the zone, but that whistle came as an offsides.
Lauren Thomas played a lot of hockey there, and she's looking like confused as to why
I agree.
that was called off.
I happen to agree with Lauren Thomas on that one. It looked like it was still in the zone, but all these girls were going to wherever the referee was standing. Unfortunately, there's two of them, and they come back to the one that's holding the puck. So we're going to get face off just outside the blue line. Chipped in, not far enough. As broken out, 27. Grace Hoover, hard, crisp pass.
It's going to be offside.
Waiting for players to exit the zone. Nicely done at the blue line.
Again, a player, Grace Hoover, that's seen the game for a while. She understood that she had to wait and then dump that puck in.
Little breakout, just couldn't control that pass. And here comes Tipping. Is that Tipping right there?
That's Sabrina Tipping,
Taken down, but no call as she got kind of spun around. And we're going to have a challenge here. Looks like it's offside. A lot of players yelling at her offsides as she comes back out of the zone.
It's a delayed offside. She just didn't recognize it happened behind her, so she didn't see it.
She didn't quite see it.
Now, usually the refs are yelling too, so I'm not sure. It's hard to tell from way up here where we are.
Well, she had 20 coaches on the Bedford bench yelling at her at that point, so.
She may have had 10 or 15 fans yelling at the same time.
And she heard them at some point. She heard them.
That's right.
And she came out. So keeping that puck in at the blue line, sending it to the far corner. Hard breakout, can't break it out. Here comes Guckelberger, shot, gets through off of a couple bodies, and I'm not sure who it hit last.
I'm not sure who they're going to give it to.
Who they're going to give that goal to, but I don't.
Lily Justick was kind of celebrating like it hit her on the way through, but
that definitely hit a few bodies.
It hit more than just the stick off of Guckelberger first, that's for sure.
Well, beautiful shot. You know, that puck came scored. Now she took it off the wall over 2 or 3 strides and took a shot, which was a very good choice, getting to an opening, and threw it to the net. It goes off a few bodies. Anything can happen, right? So Bulldogs take the lead 2-0 with 6:46 remaining in the first period.
It's going to be, I saw the referee signal number 4, so I don't know if there's going to be an assist, but he's going to give that goal to number 4. So it must have hit Salem players on the way through.
Yeah, they gave it to Guckelberger. Okay.
All right, so it's going to be the official goal scorer is going to be Gwyneth Guckelberger scoring the goal, with the primary assist going to Kendall Joyce and the secondary assist going to Jenna Dindorf. So number 3, Jenna Dindorf. So Bulldogs go up 2-0 now with 6 minutes left in the second.
Well, the way the Bulldogs are starting to skate a little bit, we might see them just regroup and maybe put a push on here to take a bigger lead. Trying to get through. The number 6, Kendall Joyce, using the body to just continue to force her way towards the net.
Really strong player is Kendall Joyce. She's a senior this year, senior leader on this team, and just continues to improve every single year as a player, and definitely sees her name on the score sheet a lot.
Well, we've seen her play over the past couple seasons. She's a very good player. I mean, she's got older brothers that played, and they're in college now, but playing club hockey. So she's been roughed up a little bit, playing knee hockey at her house with her brothers, I'm sure.
That's for sure. I think the first time we called the game, I actually called his name when she was skating.
I thought I was the only made silly mistakes like that, Jay.
Just missed there by Lauren Thomas. No. We all make those mistakes. We all make those. Just missed the net there. Lauren Thomas did just over the net. And looks like Salem's going to get a penalty here. Took Lauren Thomas down in the corner. So I'm not sure if it's going to be number 27 or the number I can't see skating towards me.
I think that's 14. I think that's O'Callahan.
O'Callahan, okay. So she's played physical throughout the game too. But Lauren Thomas ended up on the ice, and Salem is going to be on the penalty kill now for the next 2 minutes. While we get a quick update here, boys ice hockey Wednesday night, February 1st against Bow, 7:30 p.m. BCTD will be covering that game. Harry Kozlowski and I will be calling that game here at St. A. So excited to have that one next Wednesday. A big game against Bow for the Bedford boys team. There's a win by Dindorf, and Joyce picks up the puck. Power play's underway. Power play.
5 minutes remaining in the second period. Bulldogs up 2-0 with a power play here, looking to go up 3-0. Little drop pass, shot from the point. Oh, glove blocked down right there by Hoover. Nicely done. Kept in by Thomas. Shot through. Wow. Trying to make the save was Hoover, and it kind of caught the goaltender by surprise, to be honest with you, but it scoots wide just to the corner. And first on that puck.
And that puck was dipping.
Joyce, definitely. Joyce just trying to send that puck out front, intercepted and sent down the ice. onto the goaltender. Goalie giving that peck back to her D. Fires it out to Thomas. Thomas skating over the red line, controlling the puck, trying to set up, trying to bring it to the front of the net. Couldn't quite do it successfully. Carrying that play. I think we're gonna, I'm not sure who that in the corner is. 3, Jenna Dindorf. She's got to keep her stick down. She might get caught with one of those just silly high sticking penalties, right?
Look at the plays by Vigou, though, at the point. That puck continues to stay in. Now she's going to quickly fire. Ooh, deflection there by Kendall Joyce. But yeah, going in with your stick up high, you're going to sometimes catch under the mask. And
yeah, got to be careful with that. So 33 seconds still remaining on the power play. Regrouping is the Bulldogs, sending out 2 skaters. Thomas on the puck.
Curry Powers, again, making a nice, strong play for Salem on the defensive side of the puck. She has played very, very strong here in this second period.
Well, this is a well-defended game on both sides of the ice. Defenders are strong on the white side. Defenders are strong on the blue side. That's why the score is still 2-0.
So Curry Powers there for Salem just took the puck from the corner in the D zone, worked her way through all of the Bulldogs and got a shot on net. And Ducharme stood up to the challenge and made the save. But again, on the penalty kill, she was able to rush that puck out. So, again, playing very strong here for the Salem squad.
As the time's starting to wind down here on the penalty, just about expired, and it's back to 5-on-5 hockey. And O'Callahan back on the ice. In the corner, both players just go down.
Good strong play.
Neither one really did anything. I think they just both lost balance in the corner, trying to break that puck out, and they do. Back to center ice. Salem elects just to toss it back in. First on the puck is the Bulldogs.
That's Master DeCasa.
And she's skating it across ice, looking to headman that puck. Gets taken down, no call.
That was probably a call. Meg O'Callahan, again, they're playing physical. We've called her name quite a bit for Salem. She plays a physical brand, and that time Master DeCasa went down, but there was no call. It's going to be an icing here on Salem.
Well, she looked like she was just a little bit out of control as she was going, past that red line, and a little bump is going to send you over, and I think that's really how the referees saw it.
Yeah. If you can channel your inner referee. Now, if you're coaching the team that just happened to, do you feel like you feel the same way there?
No, definitely not. That was definitely a penalty.
Definitely
No, absolutely not. That was a penalty.
Fair enough. I've had the opportunity to do all of this with you, so
absolutely,
I kind of know the different versions.
It definitely is in it. Yeah, I would have probably had something to say. But out with the puck, trying to chip it out. Here comes Salem, and just lost sight of it off the forehead of the player. But
Hoover was looking to break there. It hit her forehead and just bounced back, and she just lost sight of it, like you said. So that was going to be a break there for Salem.
Well, that's just one of those plays where she elected to really, this is my chance. Let me take it, go for a rush. And they don't come that often, but when they do, you got to take those opportunities. O'Callahan really playing physical.
There comes Curry Powers here too.
Beautifully done by Curry Powers. What a move. And a shot on net and a goal. Just made a really fancy move by the goaltender to score.
Yeah, it started, Vigou took the puck into the zone, and Curry Powers just stood her ground. It wasn't a check, she just stood her ground. Vigou went down, and Curry Powers continued working for the puck, and we've called her name quite a bit this period. And as soon as she kind of had that break, she was able to use her speed and just beat Vigou back. And then I made a really good move on Amanda Ducharme. You can't blame her for a breakaway goal.
Not at all. That was a beautiful play.
Just a nice play, and now we got a game here, 2-1.
Well, like anything else, it was a quick push from Salem. They had their players on the ice that they needed to have out there. They stood them up at the blue line and just continued that physical play. But you know what? They continued through it and then broke free. And when they did, they made them pay. So that's a good job by Salem. 2-1. Bulldogs lead, but the momentum has swung just a little bit here for the last moment in time.
Well, again, with a young team like Salem too, when they get this type of opportunity, they feel the opportunity to win. They're gonna kind of live on that a little bit.
That's a penalty. We're gonna get a power play here. This is one of those plays where the Bulldog lost a stick, and the player from Salem elected to swipe that stick. As a new and novice player, you don't know that you're not allowed to do that. So it's one of those funky rules in ice hockey where You just leave the stick. Just leave it where it is. Don't touch it. It's not yours.
That's right.
And she elected to do that. And she's going to the bench, shaking her head, going, I don't know what I did wrong.
What did I do? Yes. They're calling, yeah, so number 4.
Well, apparently this young lady, number 4,
Lauren
Hurst, she's probably never gotten a penalty. She doesn't even know how to get into the penalty bench. So she's trying to figure it out. Now she's into the penalty bench. And
yeah,
her friends are over here on the bench. You can't quite see them on the camera, but all the Salem players are looking at her. They're all kind of giggling. They're probably all friends from high school, right?
Yeah, telling her how to get in there. But yeah, that is just an interference play. When you move the stick, when it's on the ice, you move that stick. It's an interference call all the time. And you don't see it happen very often where the ref calls it, but that was one of those situations where you had to call it.
Absolutely. Really nicely done there by Gwyneth Gokelberger as she came back and defended strong as the player from Salem was making a move. Short-handed bid.
There's Master DeCasa with a nice rush. Good play. And then dumps the puck in. I like that. We watch this Bedford team go to work on the forecheck.
Let's see what we can do. We got 30 seconds left. Gwyneth with a shot. Glove save. Loose puck. Still loose.
That's a goal.
And they called a goal.
That's a goal.
I didn't quite see how it went in, but I don't think she had control of that puck as the two players really crashed the net. It must have been between her legs because I saw them going in hard. She just put her glove out. Looked like she was going to save as the referee's digging that puck out.
So I believe it's going to Gwyneth Gokelberger. They're all celebrating like it's going to Gwyneth Gokelberger, which if that's the case, that's a hat trick for Gwen. I thought Ruby Kopp may have poked it in, but she rushed right out. Ruby Kopp did, right to Gwen Gokelberger. So I'm going to assume it's a hat trick for Gwen and a power play goal.
Well, they're going to announce it here in a moment. I think you might be right, but well, we're going to get a face-off here. The Bulldogs capitalize on that power play, go up 3-1. 20 seconds left in the period. That's a big goal right here at the end of the period. Here comes Lauren Thomas trying to swing it back to the front of the net as she gets taken down and just wipes out and takes the net off its mooring. So looks like she's okay. She's back up and ready to get back in the action. Oh, gave it to Lauren Thomas with the goal.
So Lauren Thomas gets that goal. I didn't see where Lauren touched the puck on the way through.
Again, she glove save. That was a glove save that just kind of landed between her legs, and you just saw bodies going to the net. But I couldn't see the puck. I don't think you could either.
Yeah.
The only players that could probably was Lauren Thomas.
Yeah, so she's going to get credit with that goal with 23 seconds left. The power play goal and assisted by Gwen Gokelberger. So Gwen's been on all 3 goals.
Long shot right there by Lauren Thomas. 1.8 seconds remain. That would have been a nice little goal right there to have.
Sure would have been. And we got a 3-1 game here, and now Coach Fifield is going to pull Ducharme for the extra skater with 1.8 seconds left. They're going to try to maybe take a face-off that goes towards the net, drive the puck towards the net. Ruby Kopp, well, maybe not. She looks like she might be pulling it back. And a quick shot is what they're looking for. And
well, there you go.
there you go.
It was a nice idea by Coach Glenn to pull the goalie. Yep. I think I would have done the same thing. And as the goalie heads back to the bench to get her water bottle.
Yeah, it's a long skate back to get the water ball after just coming off the
Exactly. So second period ends here. Bulldogs continue to kind of push that lead. There was a moment there where Salem made it tough. So 3-1, 3 goals in the action. Why don't you recap the scoring for us?
Yeah, we'll recap the scoring. So that first period is a 1-0 game. Gwen Gokelberger scores unassisted with 4:25 left in the first period. And then the second period, Gwen scores a goal at 6:46 of the period. And it's assisted by Kendall Cass. Kendall.
I'd love to have Kendall Cassidy.
Kendall Joyce. Yeah, I do it all the time. And then number 3, Jen Dindorf. And then number 16, Curry Powers scores a goal unassisted for Salem to make it a 2-1 game. And then late in that period with just 23 seconds left, Lauren Thomas gets a goal off a rebound shot by Gwen Gokelberger to go up 3-1. And that's where we stand heading into the third period.
Well, really nice, a nice finish to the period, but a little dicey in there as Salem comes back and scores a quick goal. You saw the momentum shift. Salem was putting pressure, finally getting some pressure, and they broke free on that and goes on a breakaway to score that goal. It really changed the game a little bit for a short period. And then, Bulldogs come back and score and then kind of regrouped and scored.
Yeah, they have that confidence, right? That surge of confidence. And as this team progresses through this year and future years, you're going to see them be more confident on the ice and with their play. So I've been impressed so far with the Salem and with the Salem team. Again, we have Salem School Bedford or Salem School District TV Channel 6 watching and looking in with us. And this is great for the sport of hockey. It's great to see them playing a good game. I think I'm really excited here for the third period.
I am too. 3-1 is a good game right now. Don't change the channel. Don't leave us if you're on the radio. Stick with us. We're going to take a short break. Our camera guy needs another break, and we're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back for the third period. But thanks for everybody for joining us. Have a good. We'll be right back. All right. Well, we're back here for third period action here at Sullivan Arena. Big game right now between the Bedford Bulldogs and the Salem Blue Devils. Bulldogs up 3-1. Good finish to the period. A little sketchy in between there, but as Salem came down and scored a nice goal, but Bulldogs capitalized and then really carried the play for the last minute and a half of that second period. So as we enter the third period, I'll give Jason the chance here to recap the scoring for us.
Yeah, no, so it's a 3-1 game here. We got goals, 2 goals here by Gwen Gugelberger and a goal by Lauren Thomas for the Bedford side. And then for Salem, Keegan Curry-Powers playing a strong game, a freshman here in the program for Salem. Scored a great individual effort rush. She got a breakaway goal, and that's the 3-1 game. Both goaltenders have seen a good amount of shots, both making the saves that they can make, and I think it's been a good game. I'm excited for this third period.
And we're dropping the puck, and we're off for the third period action. Scrum at center ice, and out with the puck comes Blue Devils. I'm going to do that for a while here. I'm not sure what's happening.
I appreciate it, being a West High Blue Knight myself. I like that.
You know what? I went to Nashua High and did not like the Blue Knights, so that's okay.
Good play here. Tipping. Look at Strong on the boards. Sabrina Tipping is number 9. But again, running into Curry-Powers down low.
Nicely done at the blue line. Kept in. Kept in again at the blue line and just knocked to the corner to space. And first one on that puck is a Bulldog. I like to see it. Number 3, Jenna Dindorf.
Yeah, Maddie Vigu too from the defensive side. We talked about it all game. She's so strong at the blue line. She just makes sure that puck stays in the zone all the time.
Boy, Kendall Joyce is just standing right there in the middle of the net. She is just not getting moved off of that spot.
Yeah, very strong.
So strong. Could not keep that puck as it bounces by her at the blue line. Regrouping.
Good lead there. Ducharme kind of stopping the initial puck and then just leaving it nicely for Tipping to take it with a good momentum going through the neutral zone.
And picking up that loose puck. Thought Thomas was just going to go right there, but wasn't able to.
Number 14.
Callahan just got mossed.
Joyced.
Brushed by Joyce.
You call that joist?
I did.
Yeah.
She got Joyce. Yeah, that was a nice little body check right there on an open ice play. But you know what? She was just standing there.
Yeah.
She ran into her. So nothing wrong with that play. Loose puck, looking to head man it. Up 17. Beautiful pass right there coming through. Just caught up with a bunch of sticks and legs as I thought Joyce was going to, I'm sorry, not Joyce, but Thomas was going to go. With a head of steam, here comes Guckelberger.
She's going to be, she's got 2 goals in the game here, so she's going to be pressing maybe to find that hat trick in the season here for her. I'm not sure if she's had a hat trick yet in the past, but she's looking for a hat trick here tonight.
Well, as you know, hat tricks are hard to come by at any level, but high school is even more difficult for sure.
No doubt. That is hard to do for sure. Meg O'Callahan, number 14 for Salem. She just continues to run into people. just using her body and no penalties, just using her body.
You know what? She's playing smart, right? She's smart about it. She's got her stick down on the ice. Now, if she's coming in high, those are all penalties, but she's not.
She's not. No, not at all.
She's got her stick on the ice, and she's shoulders down, and she's not doing anything wrong. It's okay.
So that puck was going to be an icing there on Salem, but Ducharme came out and played the puck, so that's why there was no icing on that play.
Comes O'Callahan looking for a shot. Just sticked wide to the net. Nicely done by the goaltender. She really hasn't been tested much, and the only test was that breakaway, and it was a goal. I mean, it was a good play.
Yeah. There was nothing she could do on that breakaway, but you're right. She hasn't been tested a lot. There hasn't been a lot of offensive zone time here for Salem, but she's made the save she's needed to make, and that's the key. So, got a quick break in the action here. Just want to talk about some upcoming games for BCTV coverage here in Bedford. The boys hockey game we talked about earlier, Wednesday, February 1st against Bow. The girls basketball, varsity basketball, will be playing on February 7th, Tuesday night against the Merrimack Tomahawks. And then the boys varsity basketball team on Friday, February 10th versus the Pinkerton Astros. And if you haven't been down to watch either of those basketball teams, get down to Bedford and watch one of those teams play, because they are good. They are good to watch, fun to watch.
Girls basketball has been so good for so long.
And the boys team, I mean, they are solid. They are dunking. They're shooters. I mean, it is fun to watch. It's a great environment.
Well, I'm not a big basketball guy, but I'll tell you what, I saw a couple of the replays that Andrew put on Facebook, and they were fantastic.
Oh yeah.
So I may need to head over and watch a game.
Kendall Joyce there, great little feed pass by Jenna Dindorf through to Kendall Joyce, and she made a nice play coming into the zone. That's what's led to this pressure here for Bedford. Nicely
done at the blue line. Puck is out, and then right back in. Looks like Kendall Joyce is getting a little frustrated out there and trying to take a few liberties, but that's okay. She's got to settle down.
Yeah, this is the type of game, too, where again, we talk about Salem, they play a defensive kind of collapse, stay in front of the net. So it gets frustrating, especially when you're the type of player that wants to sit in front of the net, kind of work the front of the net piece. So I'm sure some of that frustration is coming from that, just defensive style of play by Salem.
Beautiful job at the blue line. 17, quick shot, redirected, almost made it right in there. 17, Elena enters to the corner, coming out with that. Thomas taken off her stick, but still in control. Shot just goes wide of the net. Nicely job from the defender. And picking up that loose puck again is Gwyneth. Guckelberger pass to Thomas.
Good hard pass there too. Wasn't able to collect it, was Thomas, but that was just a nice pass along the boards by Guckelberger. You saw Salem maybe make a defensive adjustment there. Guckelberger, the first time she scored, kind of had that same exact wind-up through the neutral zone. This time, Salem defended that a little bit differently and forced her to the outside.
Winding up.
Master Picasso now.
With speed. Passes a couple Salem players. Looking to go wide, and she does, but just couldn't control it. Looking to make a shot on net. It's a really strong rush there by Juliana Master de Casa. She was a forward last year. I'm not sure if you recall that, but she played on the offensive side of the puck. This year she's made the move to D, so she's been on the defensive side. And again, you see the offensive skills there that she brings to the table in that rush. Well, you could see she had speed. She was trying to make her way, and what a nice move right there by Lauren Thomas. Looking for a pass up top. Gets to the D, and intercepted by Salem as it escapes the zone.
Good zone coverage there by Salem.
Absolutely.
They're covering everything. You see the coaches too in Salem. We talked about them. They're coaching hard and they're doing everything they can. But the coach on the door was trying to kind of let the winger know, you got to get up to that point to cover that point, right? Because everybody's sagging low. Get up to that point and cover that point to block that shot. So nice job. Sent right back in. 13, Faith Hoover. Just really picking up lanes, intercepting passes. Nice job. Great. Over to her sister, Grace Hoover. Hoover all the way down. Behind the net, trying to make a play. Looking for her sister up top. Pass back. And again, Hoover sends it. Oh, redirected by the boards. Over to the side of the net. That's in.
And then she's looking like it was in, but no,
Amanda makes a great save.
Big save. Glove save right there by Amanda. She just tossed her glove over, and by the grace of God, the player tossed it into her glove.
Wow. It was great save. I mean, to control her body and be able to kind of get to that spot and get that glove in position. I thought it went in, but from this angle it was hard to see.
I think the player from Salem thought it went in as well. And
she raised her arms.
It didn't. So I can see a top 10 highlight here.
Yeah, I like it.
On Facebook coming up today.
Little note, Andrew Fenn, top 10. There's a good shot there by Kendall. Just deflected at the last minute, but set it up for a good shot.
Gabrielle Contenor. Shot as it goes wide to the corner. Battling number 3, I love it. Jenna Dindorf just not allowing Hoover to take control of her. She's just battling. Love it. Physical, hard play. Trying to get pucks out front. Can't. I mean, we talk about Capital, collapsing. They had 4 players from Salem below the goal line.
And that's sometimes it's just like inexperience. Sometimes it's part of the game plan, right? But usually it's just kind of like coming down below that goal line is recipe for disaster when you have somebody up front waiting.
Oh, stolen right there by Salem, and a nice job. That was the goal scorer picking that loose puck up.
Curry Powers. Here's Enders in a race to the puck with number 18 or 19. Grace Driscoll. Grace wins that race.
Nice job by Thomas keeping that in. Loose puck. Oh, deflected a couple times. Didn't quite get there, but would have been nice. Trying to make a pass out front. Couldn't quite
play
do
down
it.
low. Great pass by Enders to Thomas. Oh,
Thomas on the backhand.
what a save by Keys.
Couldn't lift it.
The pass by Enders on the backhand right to Lauren Thomas, though. Really nice play.
Nice job using the body to shield that puck. Lauren Thomas. Step in on that. Here we go. Shot by Gwyneth. Blocked. Looking to make a dish right there with Thomas.
Here comes Curry Powers with speed.
Broken up nicely.
Great play there by Sabrina Tipping, just staying with her the whole way and
Wouldn't give an inch.
did not give an inch. 6 minutes left now in the third period here. Bedford leading 3-1.
Well, most of the period it's been Bedford, but unfortunately, here's some opportunities right now for Salem as they're putting pressure on. They try to make this a 3-2 game.
The scoring chances have, Salem's got more scoring chances than Bedford does in this period. But
Bedford has controlled.
Bedford's
Here comes
controlled the
Thomas, breaking free. As she continues to try to control that, but just sends it a little bit too wide. No call, really.
I thought that might have been a hook.
That might have been a hook right there, but they let that one go.
But yeah, it looked like Lauren tried to cut it back to the middle there, and the puck just got too far away from her and ended up being a race to the corner.
She's going to come back to the bench. She looks tired.
Yep. Lily Justic. Oh, just tries to make that play.
She tried, and she just
It's going to be an
stumbled and tried to make the play.
With a break in the action again, just want to thank BCTV for coming out and covering these games. It's great to have such a great partner in the community and covering all these games for the Bedford sports fans out there listening, not just in Bedford, but there are many people listening all over. We were just talking to the Tipping family, and people are watching from all over, and the Joyce family as well. So it's great to see, and thank you to BCTV for all this coverage.
And thanks for the Salem folks for joining us today as well.
Oh, there's a rush here by 27, Grace Hoover.
Just chipped wide. Nice job defensively. Loose puck covered up nicely as the Salem player was coming in. That looked like Sophia Tomasello was going to try to just chip that one in, but nicely done by the goaltender. Seeing that loose puck, saw nothing but blue shirts in front of her and said, you know what, I'd better just stop this.
I'll take the whistle. I'll take the whistle. Yeah, that was a good play on the defensive side too by Maddie Vigu there. Again, just racing hard back and playing defensive hockey.
Ooh, taking a big collision right there, but she fell into the player from Salem.
And you're going to see a lot of the Hoover sisters on the ice together here on the defensive side of the puck, and they're tough to beat.
Joyce looking for a pass.
Oh, almost.
Had a couple bodies right there, but just couldn't connect. That was going to Gabrielle Contnar.
Good play there by Kendall, though, using her body to kind of shield the player and then make a pass in front of the net as opposed to just kind of taking it in straight. She used her body, kind of set it up, and then spun to make the pass.
Nicely job. Nice job right there, just to catch that and keep going. Oh, looked like Hoover was trying to just break free, and you know what? Honestly, if she was able to get that, she might have been gone. Little redirect at center ice, picking up that loose puck.
Again, head up. Nice pass, just broken up here. Here comes Hoover. Faith Hoover.
Nice job by Gabrielle. Loose puck, picking that puck up. Can't quite see her. She lost sight of the puck. That was Joyce. Just lost sight of it. It was behind her. Couldn't find it. Battle along the wall. Joyce out with it. Chips it up in the air.
Joyce. We got a 2-on-1 here.
Looks like we got an opportunity. Taken right off of that play. Good little work with the stick work right there.
That was Shaylin Burke, number 3, and yeah, she definitely used her stick to her advantage there, and no call. So,
well, you know,
play it with what they'll give you,
right? Good hit right there. Loose puck.
Strong.
Thomas off the wall. That was a shot on net by the defender. Gwyneth, shot blocker save. Really nicely done.
That was a hat-trick bid for sure right there. That almost went in.
You know, one of the things I've noticed recently in this game is a lot of the girls are getting tired, a little fatigued, and they're playing with one hand on the stick.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to reach for pucks and poke for pucks where, you know, you got to make that one stride and get to that puck with strong 2 hands on the stick. You know, it's just a matter of this game's been good. It's been physical. So the fatigue probably starting to set in. It's late in the third period. We only have 2 minutes, 26 seconds remaining, and a 3-1 Bulldog lead as they pull the goaltender. They have 8 guys on the ice. I think they're going to pull a few people off. All right, we're down to 6. Now we're ready. So it's 6-on-5, open net. You got to do it, though, with down 2, right? You got to pull the goalie.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You got to do it. And there's the shot. Oh, great
save. Square to the puck, right at the top of the crease. Nicely done.
Grace Hoover just walked in, took a great shot, but Ducharme was out and aggressive. We talk about being out.
Absolutely.
She was on top of her crease, took away a lot of the net just by her position, and then got it right in the chest. That's where you want to catch those as a goaltender. No rebounds. Get another face-off here, and Dindorf will take that face-off.
Looking for a face-off win. No, Salem with it, trying to make a play out front. Couldn't connect. Around the net. Beautiful pass. Oh, she had number 4, Lauren Herr, but she couldn't keep it in, and they kept it into the blue line. Lauren Herr was wide open. A beautiful pass, but I don't think she saw her. It was kind of upon her very quickly. Strong on the stick right there.
This Salem team, and that's Cottonwar sending it down the ice.
That's okay. I'll take the icing here, as Bulldogs looked a little overwhelmed over there for a moment.
3-1. I mean, this Salem team has given everything, right? They are continuing to compete every single shift out there, and they are pushing hard, and they're making a push right now. They've got 6 of their players on the ice, and they're going for that make it a 3-2 game here, try to make it a 1-goal game as quickly as they possibly can.
Well, this is the second time the Bulldogs have changed, and Salem has left the 6 on the ice.
Yeah.
So you know they're trying to tie this game up, right? They need 2 as a minute 35 remains. And they're giving it their all for sure. Exactly what you said, Jay.
Yep, they're pushing. There's a lot of scrambling going on the Bedford side of the puck here. So
chip. Couple shots on net, taken right out of the net. Oh, a little feisty there from Salem. Love it.
Is that Keegan Curry Powers down low there, or is it? Yeah, I think it is Keegan Curry Powers.
Lauren Thomas was right there as well. She had something to say.
Can't tell, but when the referee is pushing you away like that, they were coming hard.
Well, nothing wrong with what she was doing. She was digging for that puck, although at some point she had it covered up. And you know what? Defender from Bedford took a little umbrage to that, and that's okay.
Good win there by Jenna Dindorf. She used her body on that faceoff to get that puck down low in the corner. So, there's going to be a penalty.
We're going to get a power play here for Salem.
I got to say, my guess is we're going to see a timeout. That's what I would do. If I were a coach.
If I were a guessing man, I think you might be guessing correctly here.
Yeah, you're going to go 6-on-4. You got a minute left. You're down by 2.
Who are they putting in the box here? Oh, number 4.
Oh, Gwen, that's a big.
That's a big penalty here. One of your top defenders, big, strong top defenders here in the penalty box. You know what, though? She needed to do something. There were too many bodies in front of the net, and pucks were coming there.
That puck was coming through. No timeout here by the coach. So, you know, you got a minute left in the game. You've had this line out there for quite a while. Maybe a breather, but maybe he's going to get the goal first, try to go for the goal, and then the timeout. Hard to say.
Blocked. Take that one right off the chest.
Viggy with another
blocked again.
They're working hard. All of them are working hard out there. That is for sure.
To the corner. Half wall kept in at the blue line. Here comes Salem, just trying to throw it to the net, really putting pressure on. This is a really good power play here.
19. Grace Driscoll is playing really aggressively down low, and you can see the push, the compete there by Salem right now is still there.
Lauren Thomas came flying through. Oh boy, wow. Ready to throw a body check on that one. That was a physical play. I think she's just getting frustrated with the way the physical play of Salem.
Yeah, 17 seconds left now. Lauren Thomas going to shoot it all the way down and miss the net.
So it's wide of the net.
Not going to be an ice though, because they're killing a penalty. So there's no icing. not a bad play there when you're on the power play, or on the penalty kill, I should say. And then she just got taken down hard there by number 4, Lauren Herr. And that's going to do it here at St. A's. Bedford's going to pull out the win here, 3-1. No scoring here in the third period. That was just a solid period of hockey by both teams.
Agreed.
And Salem really, really pushed hard and competed for that goal there to make it 3-2, but just couldn't find a way to get past Ducharme.
Well, I think in this third period, I think the Bulldogs were the better team early. And then as we got back, down to the end of the period, and they pulled their goalie, they put their best 6 on the ice, and they just left them there.
Yep.
And they, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, there was their best 6, and they were just a little bitter at times, taking a penalty, down a person, and really had to compete. Lauren Thomas right there at the end, just kind of throwing her body around and not afraid to take pucks in front of the net by Vigu, right? It's just all the things that you need to do. Those are the little things that kind of separate the better teams from the teams that are, still learning. But I tell you what, as far as the folks from Salem are concerned, you should be proud of your team. The team played great today. They gave it their all. They worked hard. Absolutely great job by the coaches, coaching the whole game, teaching their players, respect at the end. All the kids, what a great game. I enjoyed every moment of this game.
And it's great to see, they continue to all these players are going right by the refs, doing fist bumps for the refs and saying thank you for that. And obviously the Bedford team has had a tradition since day one, which is about to happen right now. All these players, once they finish off saying thank you to the refs, will come and salute the crowd for coming out and thanking them for coming to the game. This has been since day one, and it's one of those things that just continues to progress, and I love it.
Yep.
So as they do that, we'll recap the scoring here. Bedford wins the game 3-1. 2 goals by Gwen Guckelberger for the Bedford team. Then a goal scored by number 16, Curry Powers by Salem to make it a 2-1 game. All of that happening in the second period. And then the third goal here for Bedford was scored by number 21, Lauren Thomas, and assisted by Gwen Guckelberger. So a 3-point night for Gwen Guckelberger, a 3-1 win here for Bedford. And, that was fun, Steve.
Tell you what, but that in that save, let's not overlook that save at the end of the game.
That was a big save.
Ducharme, amazing. That was probably the best save of the game that we got to see.
Yeah.
So fantastic outing here. Bulldogs take this one 3-1. Again, thanks for joining us for girls hockey. Continue to watch these girls play as they continue to progress and grow and get better. So again, last thank you again. Thank you to BCTV. And then also Salem.
BCTV, Andrew Fenn on the camera this game. Great work here on the camera. BCTV, again, thank you for everything that you guys do for the community here in the sports community. And then Salem School District TV, Channel 6, thanks for joining in today.
Thanks for joining us.
Hope you enjoyed our commentary and listening to the hockey game, but it was a great game if you weren't able to be here.
We accept all comments on Facebook, any post, so that's fine. We appreciate the time. Again, my name's Steve Tempesta. This is Jason Bergeron. Thanks again for joining us. A good win by the Bulldogs. Have a great night, and join us for the next hockey game and the next few basketball games that Jason mentioned. So we're looking forward to those. Have a great evening, everybody.
Good night.